And welcome back. A wrongful death case out of Jackson, Tennessee was settled recently for $1.5 million. Now, it involved the choking death of a young child who was being watched at a church-run preschool. Now, that case has sparked proposed changes to the tort reform laws. And here to explain what those changes could mean to you is attorney Jim Higgins from the Higgins Law Firm. Jim, welcome back to More at Midday.
Thank you.
Such a sad story here, but tell us about the case out of Jackson, Tennessee.
It was tragic. I mean, there's just no other word for it. It was a young child, and it choked to death while it was eating its lunch. And what they realized, the parents did, is there were not enough people at the daycare. They're supposed to have for every 6 kids, there's supposed to be 1 person there. They're supposed to have age-appropriate food. We're supposed to have a person in sight and sound of the children when they're eating it, and that didn't happen. And so the parents took this case to trial. And the reason they did it, and the reason we have cases like this that I've found over the years, is parents just want some closure, one thing, and the other thing is they don't want it to happen to any other kids. They want to bring it to light. It's not about going to trial and winning. It's not going to change anything, but it makes them feel that their child's death, and hopefully wasn't in vain, that it makes a daycare or any other facility say, hey, we're going to abide by the law, we're going to abide the rules, so it won't happen to some other family.
Well, tell us about the jury's decision.
Well, the jury listened to them. These folks did not actually settle. They wanted it to go to a jury. They wanted them to hear what happened, and they awarded them $1.5 million. And what I've also found in our cases like this is that you know, the jury comes to that to say to these folks, hey, your tragedy has value, and we know we can't bring it back, but we're going to give you something that is significant enough to say, hey, this has merit, and we don't want it to happen to anyone else. And that's what a jury did.
All right, explain this new proposed tort reform, because that would not allow the parents to obtain this type of award, correct?
That's correct. Under the law that's going through the legislature right now, there's always been a buzz about tort reform. It looks like it will probably pass, and under this reform, the legislature said that a jury cannot award any more than $750,000. And you know, it's hard to come up here because I think a lot of times it sounds self-serving because this is the work that we do, but truly it is these cases that you give the jury the opportunity and the power. They are our peers, they are our neighbors, to say this is what's fair. And the legislature is saying, you know, we're going to take that away from them and we're going to tell you what's fair. And you know, we're all at this moment now where we're saying less government in our lives, and it appears that this is more government telling a jury and us what we can do in cases like this.
Now, on an unrelated note, this is Child Abuse Awareness Month, so tell us, you guys are involved with something very special that's coming up next week.
Yes, and I wanted to say that Tennessee's been so good to us, and we try to give back when we can, and there is the Prevent Child Abuse of Tennessee, an association that does just that, prevents child abuse. They're having their yearly fundraiser. It's at the Farmers Market next Thursday at 6, and it is a great cause, and they're going to have food and a band, and it's only $35 a person, and they just do so much to help prevent child abuse and to protect kids.
$35, so folks can come out for a whole evening of fun, right?
Yes, exactly.
Having a good time. Jim Higgins, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in today. You can reach the Higgins Law Firm by calling them. The number's right there, 615-353-0930, or you can log on to the More at Midday section of WSMV.com for a link to their website.